Look at him.
I don't want to risk having him send us to you know where.
Rich, please come back and turn yourself in. We need you here. We need you sober.
There was a scream, but I did not hear it. I remained at my post at the front of the stage. Suspect was eventually spotted approaching Mistress President and reaching for a weapon, but I did not see it. Suspect was immediately apprehended. Mistress President was covered and brought to safety. Onlooking public was controlled, but nothing was done by me. Once again, I was suffering effects of intoxication the previous night, as I have every day for 10 years, while attempting to discharge duties as a Secret Service agent. This time, however, I was unable to react due to excessive consumption of beer, wine, and other distilled spirits. I was immediately placed under arrest and forced to undergo 7 days of bowel cleansing, followed by 365 days of meetings at the facility we now occupy. Since achieving an entire year free of blarney, I now expect to perform duties reliably, as well as with much enthusiasm and joy. I now plan to serve and protect, one day at a time.
Sorry. Yes, thank you, Agent G. That was very moving. I'm sure Agent W will be very pleased to read your report when he returns from Barium D. Huh. I guess that means our time is up. Thanks for letting me fill in for Agent W till next week. Before we go, first we should take the time to think about those that are still sick and suffering, and yes, let's be sure to recite the serenity.
God grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace, taking as he did the sinful world as it is, not as we would have it, trusting that he will make all things right if we surrender to his will, that we may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with him forever in the next.
Amen!
Rich, hi.
Is this room still in session?
It's the only one in session. Are you sure you want to go in there?
Oh, fuck.
Hey, there's a meeting in progress, you little shit.
Sorry, Ben. I just need to speak to Maggie.
Speak to Mistress M. How about you kissing my hairy, pimply...
How about you going to re-employment camp?
I'll just be a few minutes, Biff.
Well, well, well. Aren't we Daddy's favorite?
How'd you like to get loaded on this, you drunk cunt?
Ooh, now that's who I want for my sponsor.
Maggie, I know this sounds crazy, but if you want to stay sober, you can't stay here. This is the worst place for you.
Rich, I know you've had dreams about us and stuff, but you can't just come.
That's just it. Those dreams. They weren't just ordinary dreams. They were using dreams.
Using dreams.
Yes, they're the ones that most recovering addicts have about using whatever it is they're most addicted to.
Uh-huh. And because we booze it up in these using dreams, that means we should run off together?
That means we should start an AA, set up like it was supposed to be, as a voluntary program, not like this fucking concentration camp.
Look, Rich, I know I said some pretty harsh things about this place that first night. But since I got sober, since I got over that week-long enema, I realized that I wasn't punishing my submissives. I was punishing myself. What's so funny?
I'm sorry, Maggie, but I never imagined you sounding like the losers we've got in here.
Rich, the only loser around here is you.
What are you saying? I'm not a loser.
Don't deny it, Rich. Not to me. Now maybe you can fool all the other people around here with your prime example bullshit and those eye drops and that giant coffee mug that smells like a percolator but never has any steam coming out of it. But I can tell that you're the type of drunk who drinks so much, the only way he can seem drunk is to stop drinking.
Where do you get all this stuff? You're only a patient.
Yes, but I am also a dominatrix. And as a dominatrix, I know why all the other counselors around here are going Irish. Because you got it up for them. You did. And if you don't get out of here soon, the rest of us patients are gonna get it too.
We're about to say the fucking prayer here. I gotta wait on your tight little ass or what?
All right, hold your balls, bitch. Please, Rich. For our sake, go. If you can't save yourself, at least save the rest of us.
Oh well. At least you got some nookie out of it.
Maggie, you were right.
Rich, get out of here. You don't know what these...
You were right. I have been deceiving everyone. I have been drinking again, every day for the last 2 years. I was sober once, really. For 5 years, all through the time I established the Institute on the Nights of Sobriety. But in the process, I stopped going to meetings, lost touch with my peers. 3 years after I became the very first prime example, I gave in to my addiction. And my wife, she started drinking again too. I knew all about it. I encouraged her. Thought it was something we could share. Something that would save our marriage. But instead, I caused my wife to start drinking again until it killed her.
Rich, you gotta get out of here now. I mean...
You not only kill your wife, you have fun while we suffer!
You bastard!
Get out of here!
No! Big Dr. Dick should stick around. After all, he desperately needs our help. And maybe hearing the prayer might be just the thing to get his Irish down!
Biff, please, let me just
In
get the...
fact, let's go one better. Let's recite the 12 steps of AA. All 12 of them. And let's make him... Stop!
Biff, no!
Are you out of your mind? I'll send you to...
Yeah. So you send us all to reemployment camp. So what? This is too much fun to pass up. Can I start with the first step?
Don't listen to Biff. He's crazy.
We admit that we are powerless over alcohol and that our lives have become unmanageable.
God, you're all insane.
Please! You'll ruin your chances at...
We came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could be...
All right, I'm calling the cops.
As your counselor, I'd strongly advise against it.
We've made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God. We understood Him.
All right, let him go. He's got the point.
Nothing doing, mistress. We started something, we're gonna finish it. And my job is to remind this maggot that we all made a fearless, searching moral inventory of ourselves.
Because at least we gave to God and to ourselves and to another human being the exact nature of our wrong.
We're darn good and ready to have the good Lord remove all these defects of character. We humbly ask Him to remove our shortcomings. Where the fuck are you going, numbnuts? Don't you want to know about the list? The list we worked our butts off making for all the persons we have harmed and want to make amends to? Shitbags!
We made direct amends to people whenever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others.
And we continue to take personal inventory, and when we're wrong, we cry.
All right. So I fucked around with A. So I set up a program that doesn't work. So my wife started drinking again. Well, that doesn't give you perverts the right to take your shit out on me. Even if you all are the best non-scat dominant district.
It's not just there. It's good. Hey,
Richard.
All right. Are you finally
No,
ready to-
I'm not coming. I just didn't want you to leave without hearing this. Having come to a spiritual awareness as a result of these steps, we try to carry this message to alcoholics and practice these principles in all our affairs. So with that, I say God be with you, you lousy, stinking Irish Catholic!
Rich, please come back and turn yourself in. We need you here. We need you sober.
Brenda, the best thing I can do for everyone in this dead baby joke of a rehab center is to get as far the fuck away as possible and quarantine myself to death. Okay, time to party.